Desires and goals. Recently during a session, I was talking to my counselor about frustrations I was having in close interpersonal relationships. How I had been making strides to improve communication with someone very close to me, and my anger at what I perceived to be their lack of reciprocal effort after communicating my desire for change in the same manner. My counselor asked me, "Do you know the difference between desires and goals?" Huh? Desires and goals. There's a difference. Explain yourself! Goals are things we essentially have full control over, whereas desires rely on the complete agreement and participation of other parties. When goals are missed, it's easier and more understandable to be mad. I could have done something more to achieve it, worked harder, planned better, etc. But when a desire doesn't come to pass, with the understanding that there are aspects of this scenario I cannot control, that potential anger turns to disappointment instead. And I don't know about you, but for me, disappointment is way easier to cope with than anger. Less wasted energy, no angry text messages to apologize for later. Yeah. Now, this is where I think desires become much more complex. There is an enormous chasm of variables between desires and outcome. Effort, motivation, timing, resources, cooperative or opposing external forces, readiness, perseverance, and the biggest variable of all within this chasm is invariably you. You are going to be the ultimate decider of what does and does not work out in this life. Well, what if they didn't hire me for the job I wanted? Maybe you weren't the most qualified. What about the person who broke up with me? Maybe you're not right for each other. Why doesn't anything ever seem to work out for me? Because you don't believe it ever truly will work out for you. Oh, what? Why do amazing men and women continually date garbage human beings? Or take those additional steps to pursue better jobs or the training necessary to get there? Why do so many of us sabotage ourselves when it comes to relationships? Because we don't believe it's ever going to truly work out. Our desires are not lined up with a belief system that allows or encourages them to come to fruition. Why is this man talking about fruition, realization, or accomplishment? A few months ago, I was getting to know a woman with the intent of dating. I was getting frustrated at the seemingly one-sided nature of the communication, as well as the infrequency of said communication. I found myself, once again, in my counselor's office, expressing my deep frustration at the lack of response and reciprocity from the other party. My counselor flat out asked me, "Why are you in so much of a hurry?" And through the course of unpacking this worry and anxiety, I broke down crying and said, "Because I don't believe anything is ever going to work out. So can we please just get to the end where it all falls apart and I can move on?" Well, bingo! There it is. If I don't believe things are going to get better, they won't. If I don't believe there is a brighter future ahead, there will only be darkness looming on the horizon. If I don't believe there is a good woman out there who will love, honor, respect, laugh with me, be faithful to me, and be there for me, then she will never exist. Because if I don't believe it can be true, I will never be able to see it when it's right in front of me. Not seeing it, not there, not gonna happen. Boy, girl, where are you? I can espouse all of the desires any person could ever dream of having. If I don't believe the eventuality is a possibility, I am simply shouting in the wind and getting hurt when no one answers my call. Now, you can't control if you don't get the job. You definitely can't make anyone love you. And for the love of all things right in this world, don't ever try to make someone love you. There are more things in life you can't control than you can. So how does this line of thinking apply to the many variables I touched on earlier? Invariably, you. Because you can control how you respond, how you internalize these situations, how you externalize through positive growth and maturation, and overall, how you learn from it. And if you're sensing a theme, I find counseling to be incredibly helpful in my personal life. And with the right counselor, it could be very helpful for you as well. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just saying, it's great to have goals. It's great to have desires. But it's even better to know the difference and to act on them accordingly. Roman philosopher Cicero once said, "Let your desires be ruled by reason." And I hope you find the very best reasons to pursue your goals and desires. Because life is not a race to the bottom, it is a climb to the top. I am Tim, and I have no chill.
I'm gonna lose control. You got me on the wire, so I'm letting go. And now I'm going high, never staying low. I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
You gonna go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I can go downstairs.
Go upstairs. The one downstairs is full of spiders. Do you actually need to go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay, I would go upstairs. The Wi-Fi is better.
Something wrong with the downstairs bathroom.
You can go use it. You're gonna be down there. How are you gonna?
Number 1 upstairs, number 2 downstairs.
Okay.
And then whatever guy's left.
Fine by me. Whatever. I didn't even want you to poop here anyways.